Hey guys, so here we are. New weekly vlog. I'm a little irritated with myself because I didn't plan out my day, the timing wise. So right now I should be planning out this month, but I'm not because my phone needs to charge. And it's not charging because I'm currently filming this intro on it. Uh, anyway, what was I gonna say? Okay, so plans for this week. Three main focuses. One is not going to last the entire week, I don't think. But first, there's cleaning, particularly in my bedroom. I'm supposed to get a new bed, new to me, bed to sometime this week. I don't know what day yet. And a lot of cleaning needs to be done and preparation, like at least moving things out of the way so that my bed can go out and the new bed can come in. The new bed is king. Mine is a full. The new bed is queen size, not king size. It would not fit in my room if it was king size. So yeah. This week is the reading rush. It starts today. I did decide last week that I was going to participate because I found 3 books that would fit all 7 prompts. As I said at the end of the last vlog, I also got some books out from the library, 2 of which are short. One is a manga and the other is a novella. So that's 2 more books that I can read this week, 5. And then there's finishing the 5th season, um, finishing, what is it? Assassin's Quest, which might not happen since that's due back tomorrow. Now is when my super decides they want to actually deal with the garbage and recycling. Um, And I got Zenny in. I'm still debating whether I want to read that or not because, yeah. So, lots of books to read. I could potentially read 7 books in 7 days. That's probably not going to happen, but the goal is the 3. Um, and the last thing is spiritual journaling. My one book July. Still working on that. We're still in July. This is the second to last week, really. So I do want to get a lot done. Um, Tangentially related is harvesting and drying herbs. So you might see some of that, but that's the plan for this week. For today, I mailed out the 2 eBay orders, one from last week and one that came in over the weekend. I mailed them. I need to go to the store again. We've hit like over 100 today. So I walked the 3 blocks and back and was drenched in sweat. Um, I need to go buy some deodorant though. And uh, I want to go to the park. I low-key want to go to the park every day this week. One of the reading rush challenges is to read an entire book outside, and I'm okay with that. We've also got mini vlogging challenges. Make a cup of coffee or tea, which I have an idea. Match your outfit to a book. I've never done that. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. And tell us one of your favorite book stories. We'll see. The only other thing is today they came out with Ariel and I forget the other woman's name who runs the reading rush. I'm so bad. But they came out with the Racing to Read book tag. And it's supposed to
Trouble
be...
keeping track of your team's work?
I don't know if I'll do a separate video for that, but like, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there's 7 questions and 1 participation question. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. There is a giveaway. I guess I can do that in this. I'll think about it if I come up with books for each question, or prompt in the race to read book tag. I will answer them as I go throughout. So yeah, I think most of my check-ins, like where I'm talking, will be reading updates. My plan, reading wise, to start, um, I will probably today read volume 27 of Attack on Titan because that is what came in from the library. As soon as I saw they were going to be opening last Monday, I put in the request. There are no ebook versions of Attack on Titan, and I need to finish it out. Um, this I wanted to count as my reading a book outside, so hopefully I get to. Um, and it could also potentially count for reading a book you've already watched the movie of. So if I stretch it, which I can because I'm an independent, autonomous human being, um, Attack on Titan is an anime which I have read watched all 3 seasons of. This volume is technically not out yet. It's for season 4, all of the volumes that are out and translated to English. So technically, but I might push it for that. Otherwise, my book for that is Emma because I've seen Clueless and I do want to rewatch it. And what an excuse! Why not? But Emma's long, so we'll see how that goes. But that's the reading plan. Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick reading update for the reading rush. I almost said booktubeathon, the old name. This is late night hours and I'm blinding myself with this light. But so I finished 1 book already. I read volume 26 of Attack on Titan, not 27. I realized I started reading 27 and I needed to read 26 first. I didn't have a physical copy, so I had to go online and get one to read because I read that entirely outside in the park. One of the reasons why I just went online and found a copy on a website to read. I enjoyed it. That took me on an emotional roller coaster in 4 chapters. I was not expecting any of that. There's some pain, there's some surprise, there's like so much. Wow. So moving on, for the race to read book tag by Ariel and Raeleen, the 2 hosts of the Reading Rush. Like I said, I figured I'd be answering the questions to this as we go through the week. Prompt 1, warm up. A book that stretches your mind. I thought about this, and that would be Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is also the author of Eat, Pray, Love, which I haven't read. But just to give you guys some background, that book I read 2 years ago now. I don't own, but it left its mark on my brain. The intersection of magic and spirituality and creativity was put in a way that I never thought of, and these are her own ideas and perceptions and beliefs, but it definitely expanded my mind and my way of thinking, and I still use some of those ideas in my life. So that's that answer to that. And now I'm going to sleep because I'm so tired. See you.
Someone with imagination. Suddenly, I am majorly, totally, but crazy in love with Joe.
Alright guys, time for a reading update. Ugh, I haven't updated anything. If I don't say anything, that's means Lachette has not been doing a thing. Um or things that she should be doing. That's how I am in life. And yeah. So this is a reading rush and it's Friday. I finished one book and it's not one of the main three that I was like, if I read these three, that fits all the prompts. Go her. But anyway, what else did I do on Tuesday? I did something else, video related. But yeah, I didn't read anything. Because Tuesday I started thinking. I started thinking and overthinking, and that began the problems. My initial plan was to, read a volume of Attack on Titan because I wanted to and I knew I could finish it, and I did. And then I was going to start the Bands of Mourning because that fit 2 prompts, and I really, 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 that's the book I want to read the most this week. And also I'm in a group, we've been doing a group read of this Mistborn Era 2, of which that's the last book, and I wanted to, this was the 20th was when we were supposed to finish by so that we can all discuss spoilers. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get through that quick, probably by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then have the rest of the week. Then I was like, oh yeah, but I have Crystals for Emotional Healing, and Emma. Crystals for Emotional Healing, I was like, oh, I don't know. Um, but Emma, I looked up Tuesday night and I'm like, it's as long. This is almost 500 pages. I didn't realize that. And then I was like, I don't know how I feel. I wanted to rewatch Clueless because I've seen it a couple of times. That came out growing up, and I was a teenager, a preteen. Yeah, I was probably preteen when Clueless came out. It's a a movie I love, and I knew it was on Netflix, and that's why I picked it. So I wanted to watch it yet again because it's been a while. It's been like 10 years since the last time I watched it, so why not? Then I was like, oh, but I should read. I should read. I start Wednesday, nothing. Wednesday I woke up and I was like, okay, Lachette, alright, we'll wait for the Bands of Mourning because I was worried about reading that first and then like my enthusiasm would die down with books I'm less enthused by um, later, and a longer book later in Emma, and I wanted, like I said, to watch Clueless first. So I was like, Lachette, you need to get it together. Wednesday, I sat down and I picked up the Crystals for Emotional Healing, and I was like, okay, 5 days left in the week. How much do I need to read? How many pages of Crystals of Emotional Healing do I need to read to get through the rest of the week? I figured it out. It's like 35 pages each day, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm halfway through the amount of pages I need to read for today, which is I need to be up to 105 and I'm up to 85. So, and it goes pretty quick because chapter 2 is actually the bulk of the book, and it's the crystal guide. So each page, or 2 pages in some cases, is a different crystal and the origin, appearance, emotional healing use, and crystal care. So this is a reference book. It's not supposed to be read cover to cover, but I do want to. One thing I have been doing is creating a list in the back, which I do need to update. I have, because there are extra pages for notes, and I made a list crystals to try, so like ones I don't own but they sound interesting and I could probably get them, and then crystals I should use more, ones that I do own that maybe I didn't know about the emotional healing usage, or I forgot, and I should try to incorporate them more. So this is going okay. It's pretty quick, and honestly I could probably finish it faster, but I started Emma Wednesday as well, the audiobook, but then I was like, oh, and yeah. So Thursday happened. I don't remember what I did Wednesday. I don't think I did much of anything. I had Thursday, I got up, I got dressed, I got myself together basically. Oh, I went out foraging. I went to the store with my dad, and then I went to the park, the local park with the foodway, and foraged a bunch of things. Maybe I'll show you later. I don't want this to be too long, but the plan was to listen to Emma audiobook while I was out there, but that I did not bring my tablet, which is good. It was very hot because I went in the afternoon, and I was out there for 3 hours. I didn't eat lunch yet, and even though I was good when I got there, by the time I didn't eat lunch, I haven't been sleeping well, so like by the time I was done, I was dizzy and overworked or whatever. So Um, that's that. So I think I listened to on Wednesday 5 chapters of Emma, and I have not started the Bands of Mourning because I keep pushing it back. But now it's Friday, where I hope to have finished Emma. But I did watch Clueless yesterday, so there's that. Um, Having listened to the first 5 chapters of Emma, I now see like what the creator of Clueless did and made me more interested in Emma. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping to do a lot more listening of Emma today. Tomorrow is the readathon, the 24-hour readathon. Um, so I hope maybe I'll finish it tomorrow and start the Bands of Mourning tomorrow. Uh, because this booktubeathon ends uh, on Sunday. Now, with all of that, right, I haven't updated you on the reading tag that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so wait, where is it? Reading Rush. The Rush to Read tag. The Race to Read tag. Sorry, guys. I only did one. I knew I wasn't going to update you every day, but I figured I'd do 2 every day. So let's do the next 2. Start line. What's a book that you started but never finished? That would be Queenie. I keep bringing this up. It's the only book that I really, really, really have DNF'd this year. There's also Sula, which is behind me, but I do want to finish that. I just haven't gotten a chance to. Queenie, it's basically literary fiction, but it's written by a black female author about a black female character, Caribbean English woman, and that is something that I'm not used to. That's not something that comes up in my reading. So I do want to finish it for the experience and the knowledge. But I'm not a fan of literary fiction because I don't feel like it does enough to make me care about the characters early enough to make me want to finish. So that's that problem. Um, Sprint, a book you read really quickly, and off the top of my head, I had to say A Darker Shade of Magic because that was a surprise. It was a series I was like, kind of interested in. Let me give it a shot. Everybody's talking about it. It sounds different. And I sped through that sucker in 24 hours. I was not expecting that at all. So yeah. I will come back later with the next 2 books because I physically own them. Last night, I caved and got the ebook version of Emma, so I might. Part of the problem is that I've been wanting to read, not listen, and then avoiding both. Because the only thing I have to read that I really need to read is The Bands of Mourning. And then listening, I was like, I'll do it while doing other stuff like cleaning. I haven't cleaned. And other stuff, I've been watching YouTube videos. So finally downloaded Emma, the ebook that is available from the library that is not an abridged version. And so we'll see how things go. Cleaning is on my to-do list for today though. I've washed clothes. So Wish me luck, y'all. Can I finish these 3 books in the next 3 days? I don't know. I hope so. And then I have Binti, the second Binti home, and then Attack on Titan Volume 27. I'm going to the library to pick up Volume 28 because I'm dying to get this wrapped up. Oh god. So, wanted to give an update. I am tired, but not falling asleep yet. It's 11:45 p.m. JD Ray Reads Readathon, 24-hour readathon, will start officially for me here in 15 minutes. It started for her in England 5 hours ago at 7 p.m. my time. I have been reading since then. Basically just been reading Emma. I listened to the audiobook, I think the first hour or two. After that I switched to the ebook, which I downloaded today or last night or something. And I'm good 27%, 28% through. I'm enjoying it. It's a bit of a struggle because I see the connections to Clueless, and I know how Clueless ends, and Clueless is only about an hour and a half long movie, I realized yesterday. So I kind of want the book to get to the end already. I am going to try to stay up for 24 hours. It's a stupid plan because there's still Sunday for the reading rush that I want to get through. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Got mango, frozen mango. I don't do caffeine, though I might have some black tea. Um, Sugar is what I usually use to keep me up, or what keeps me up. I usually sleep when I feel like it. But yeah, I might take a break and read the next volume of Attack on Titan, just because. Oh, that's my update. Okay, so I have, let me, reading update here. I finished last night Attack on Titan Volume 27. Not as good as 26, but we get some backstory over the past, what's been happening on Paradise for the past 2 or 3 years, which is awesome. And I'm sort of kind of using this to hold up my tripod for reasons. And yeah, that's the only reading update I have. But back to the race to read tag. Um, the next prompt is marathon. What's your favorite long book? That's hard to say because I like long books. I like fantasy, and I like spending a long time with characters. And the book I chose to fill this prompt is Cashil's Chosen by Jacqueline Carey. This is one of my favorite series by one of my favorite authors. This is book 2 in the first trilogy in the Cashil verse. And the first book is longer. I think it's like 1,000 pages. This is 687 pages. The reason I picked this one, as much as I enjoy all 9 books in the series, this one is focused on Phaedra, who is the main character of the first trilogy, and I like this one a little bit better because she's older. Also, I say I believe because I'm not sure, but there's a lot more of Hyacinth in this, and also Melisande, and they are two characters who are, I think, enrich the whole story. Hyacinth is a friend of Phaedra's, and Melisande is not. Melisande is one of the best villains, not villain, antagonist. She, in my opinion, is like the epitome of what an antagonist is. So I talk about this series in, I think, my favorite high fantasy series video. So take that and watch it. The next prompt is hurdles. What's a book that had ups and downs? And it's hard to remember, so I'm going with a recent read that is Attack on Titan Volume 26. Wow, like for a manga that's a little bit less than 200 pages, I think it's roughly 180. There was a lot going on. It was the second half of a battle, and the immediate aftermath of that, we had triumph, we had death, we had shock and surprise in various ways. We had characters that did things that seemed to come out of left field. It wasn't out of character, but it was unexpected. Um, Side characters that did this, important primary characters that did this, and it was a roller coaster of reading 2 hours on my first day of the reading rush. So that totally fits, and I gave that book a 5 stars. Uh, so yeah. And the next prompt I'll talk about, finish line. A book you were proud to finish. And that's, again, really hard to say, but I have to go with Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. Again, a recent-ish read. I read this in April or May, maybe both, of this year. And I enjoyed Miss Bourne. This was such a good book, and I was happy to finally have completed a Brandon Sanderson series. So, and I do not regret it at all. I need to buy these because this is a library book. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to say for now. I need to upload and edit a video today, edit and upload a video today, so I'm doing that while listening somewhat to Emma. I need to clean today, so listening to that with Emma. I have my next section of the crystals for emotional healing, and that will take me to the end of the crystal listings. And so that's just another 35 pages. Our goal today is to finish Emma. Um, that's the goal. Wish me luck. Today is also Readathon, JD Ray Reads 24-hour readathon. You saw me reading volume 27 of Attack on Titan earlier with that, so I am tired. I went to sleep late. I started at midnight. But yeah, let's get going. I will do the last two prompts tomorrow, and we'll see if I can do the other vlog prompts. Wish me luck on that as well. Alright, so it's Sunday. As much as I want to wrap up this vlog, um, I can't exactly do that because I still have reading to do. Can I finish 4 books today? I finished Crystals for Emotional Healing by my friend Stacey Harrell. It is a very good book. I wasn't expecting it not to be. And that fulfilled 2 prompts. This is to read more in a genre that you don't read as much as you want to. And I said that like really awkwardly, but that's what it is. And also to read a book with your birthstone color on the cover. I went an extra step. I'm born in November. My birthstone is citrine or yellow topaz. And it's literally on the cover because crystals. And I'm wearing one. You just saw me do the that's why I'm dressed like this. You just saw me do the one of the vlog challenges, which was the book cover outfit. I did 2. I've been wanting to recreate the cover of Let's Talk About Love since I read it last February, and the way I've been styling my hair this week led to the perfect opportunity. I'm gonna wash my hair now because it's hot. I can't do frills in the summer. But yeah, so I've messed it up. I shouldn't have touched it. But yeah, so I did that one, and that was more like a book cover recreation. And then I did like the cover outfit, which is this, what I'm currently wearing. And I had like a bowl of some crystals that match the cover as well. So the other vlog challenge is to like share a book story. Like I don't know. I don't have like interesting stories, I don't think. I do have how I started down the road to urban fantasy, I guess. I In high school, I went to school in Brooklyn while living in the Bronx, and that's basically, for those who don't live in New York City, going from one end of the city to the other. So it was a 2-hour train ride. My halfway through high school, I think my mom was working for Saks Fifth Avenue, which is in Manhattan, a couple of blocks up from 42nd Street. So like midway through my trip, and a couple of blocks up from the 42nd Street Library, which was at the time the Mid-Manhattan branch, and the one with the 2 lions. So when I first went there, I was like, wow, this is the biggest library I've ever seen or been to, and I think it still is, like physically. And I loved it. There were so many more books, so many more genres than like the local libraries I'd been to. So I got into the habit of, after school, taking the train. I didn't really have too many after school activities, mostly just hanging out with friends, so nothing too late. But I would take the train, get off at 42nd Street, walk the block to the library, and spend a couple hours at the library, and then get out and walk 3 blocks up to Saks to meet my mom when she got out of work, and then we would go home together. In that library, I discovered Laurel K. Hamilton's Anita Blake series, which is still one of my all-time top favorite, point blank period. Like, I literally remember just going through the stacks and like picking out books that looked interesting and finding, I think it was Bloody Bones at the time. No, not Bloody Bones. I forget which the book title it is, but it was like the fourth or fifth book in the series, and being like, huh, that looks interesting, taking it home, and then becoming obsessed, and then going back and going and getting the first four books, and then looking and searching for every other book afterwards. Um, so yeah, I'll just end there. Like, I discovered so many other series, um, and that's still like my favorite physical library to go to. Um, and I'm super happy. This year is the 125th anniversary of the New York Public Library, and in May they had planned to unveil the new Stavros location, which was the old Mid-Manhattan branch that's been closed for 3 years for renovation, and it looked amazing, and I was planning on going, but obviously COVID killed that. They plan on doing something, like the location is open now, but only partially for a grab and go service. Uh, they plan to do something eventually when they can fully open still, so to have a grand opening and everything, and I would love to go back and like rediscover. They have like a rooftop reading space and a rooftop garden space now too, and I'm just like, oh. But yeah, I guess that's my little reading story. That didn't go the way I planned, but yeah, that's how I got into urban fantasy, and how um and one of my favorite like reading places to go. That's also where I figured out what I wanted to do for college, like what I wanted to major in. I went there and spent hours looking at different jobs and the different skills that are required or that are used, and figuring out what I wanted, and then figuring out what universities and colleges have those things. I mean, I'm not doing anything like that, but I did not um, lose out on anything from studying that course. So yeah, like, man, I lived in that library for a while. But anyway, um, so I finished Crystals for Emotional Healing. I still have Binti, which I kind of want to read. I don't need to, but I do kind of want to read, and it's short. And I have The Bands of Mourning. Wish me luck, you guys. I still have the rest of today. Oh, and I still have to finish the other half of Emma and Clean. What I have completed, oh, and do some spiritual journaling, which I never got around to because I psyched myself out and overthought everything this week. But what else did I want? So you just saw me do the cover recreation of Let's Talk About Love, and part of the reason I did that is because, one, I love that book, and uh, I it fits one of the prompts for the Race to Read book tag. So, last two prompts. Gold medal, the best book you've read during a readathon, and that is Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn. This was my favorite book of 2019, and I really need to own that book so I can reread it already. But um, it's about Alice, who is asexual and trying to find her way in life. Alice is just like a ray of sunshine and a black woman, and she works at a library, and like, what's not to love about Claire? Like, she was in a relationship, and the person knew she was asexual, but I guess was hoping they could change her mind, which makes no fucking sense, but whatever. People are like that. And it didn't work out, so they dumped her because it was her fault. Um, and so she was a little discouraged, and then she meets a guy who seems kind of good. I liked her friends. I liked the situation of she didn't know what she wanted to do with her life. She didn't know what to major in college, and all of that. Like I literally just talked about that in my um, reading book story situation. So I just really identified with Claire and loved that book. And I read it during the first ever Blackathon, a readathon that happened last February during Black History Month, and is to read books with black authors and by black authors with black characters, and I love that book so much. Um, the last prompt for a race to read. The last prompt in the race to read book tag is participation ribbon. An underrated book you wish got more attention. And I should probably have picked the first book in this series, but it doesn't matter. One of my all-time favorites. I talk about this in my favorite high fantasy series video. This is Heir to the Shadows by Anne Bishop. This is book 2 in the Black Jewels trilogy, which is the beginning of a series. The first book, Daughter of the Blood, is really good. It's really good. I mean, obviously it's good. It hooked me. Another series, I think. No, I found this in Barnes and Noble. But it hooked me. It was interesting. It was dark from the beginning. The ending is so dark, I guess. I'm not especially happy. Like, I understand. I didn't put trigger warnings for, like, sexual abuse, child abuse, forgetting the word for when a child is sexually abused. Like, it's not coming to me right now, but you know what I mean. And it's on page, it's really bad, and it happens often. So I like this one better just because that's not as much in here, for various reasons. But this one I also like more than the first one because of the friend group. Like, they are so here. They're all over this book, and I love the coven so much. The Boyles, the witches, like, just everyone is here and awesome. So I wish this series would get more attention. It's not that it's unknown, but romance is a factor. It's not the main factor, but it is a factor. And I think because it's a female author, to be quite honest. But this is some dark fantasy that is my favorite. So check that out. And that is the last prompt for the Race to Read book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll come back, I guess, at the end to let you know if I finished all the books. But that is it for now.
Let me get to those that she does Fairfax, as she speaks for her. We all know the difference between the pronouns he or she. No, till Colin knew that my supposed attachment, it never entered my head. I thought, war, you're not 6 yards from your own door, I don't. It is too small. What's its strength? It is like a woman's writing. I assure you, my dear Jane, the cow is not by for you. It's no everyday occurrence. It can contain a moment's notice. And dear, human flesh. Read it, said he. It will give you pleasure. Shut up from everything I always deny. And if things are going untowardly, well, they are sure to mend next. Quite right. feelings. He was apt, and she was stopped by a slight fit of coughing, and Mr. Weston instantly seized the opportunity, so that we have the agreeable prospect of frequent visits from Frank the whole spring, nor of the treatment I have met with. And between ourselves, the whole blame is to be left. Your description, Mrs. Churchill, made me think of it directly. People of the name of you are footing with the old established families. The year and a half is a very unpracticed year, denouncing too much to pass unnoticed. And you, darling, made resolution upon trusting yourself alone. This was the only desperation. Should she proceed no farther? Should she let it pass and seem to suspect nothing? She had previously determined that a bar should proceed on any application of the sort. Otherwise, June opened and argued. July brought gentlemen brought no taste of visiting. What became of Mr. Perry's plan of setting up his carriage? Mentioned it to my mother, and the powers knew it was 20%. It was quite a secret. Nobody asked, and I never began to hint, because I knew I do sometimes pop out things before I am aware. I have escaped me which I should not. I am not like Jane. I wish I were.
I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I'm not feeling good. I haven't been feeling great the last couple of days. I'm sure it's just a little chest congestion. But in these times of COVID, any little illness feels worrisome. I have not finished another book yet. I'm this close to finishing Emma. I haven't started the 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 Bands of Mourning, and I didn't read Binti yet, though I probably will now. But yeah, I took a break from journaling just now and listening to Emma to just relax because I said I wasn't feeling good. Went on Twitter, kind of by accident. That was the last page open. Scrolling, seeing people not happy with the reading rush. Things have not been great. I joined because fitting books to prompts helps me push forward with reading, and all of these books I did want to read. Emma was like an addition, but I have wanted to read that. Alright, so it was nice rewatching Clueless to read Emma, and before we started, like, they announced everything on Juneteenth, and then there has been some of the prompts are ableist, and it's not like they're purposefully trying to be this way. It seems just like unaware, ignorant, and not paying attention to those who bring it up or ignoring that. Now they did the live show. There was a group read. I didn't find out about it really until too late, and it sounded interesting, but I didn't want to push myself to read a book I didn't know existed until a week before, and yada yada yada. I read the synopsis. It sounded interesting. Put it on my TBR list for eventually. Didn't think about it. They had a live show yesterday for it. I saw that in my subscriptions. Didn't know it was happening, whatever. Didn't watch it because I was like, well, it's not a book I've read. So, turns out they didn't do the live show about the book because neither one of them read the book. This is a book by a black author that was voted on by people participating in the reading rush. They didn't read it. It happens. Obviously, I'm an example of someone who decided to put a book on my TBR for this week and did not get to it, The Bands of Mourning. But coupled with everything else and the fact that this is a book by a black author, with everything that's going on in the world today, with people protesting how black people and other people of color are treated, for two white women very well known in the booktube community to do this is one brick too many, and I'm seriously irritated by it. Not feeling well, and not gonna push myself anymore. I'm still gonna finish Emma eventually, probably tomorrow, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna read The Bands of Mourning because I really want to read that, and I'll probably read Binti tonight. But yeah, that's the end of this vlog, which was mostly a reading vlog. But yeah, I'm done, guys. Done. with this day. I haven't cleaned. I haven't washed my hair. Whatever. Don't care. Have a good day, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you want to, and stay safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next video.